Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the English news for tonight. Let's follow the headlines. The President of Sudan visited the Army Military Hospital. On continental news, the trade war between US and China. That were the headlines. Let's get to the details. In conjunction of inauguration the free zone of Djibouti, the President of Sudan, Mr. Omar Hassan Ahmed al-Bashir, visited Thursday the military hospital, accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf. Upon his arrival at the Army Military Hospital, the Sudanese President, Mr. Omar Hassan Ahmed al-Bashir, was greeted by the Chief of the General Staff of the Army Forces, General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, and the Chief of the Defense Staff, General Tahir Ali Mohammed, and senior official of Djiboutian Armed Forces. The President met and discussed the Sudanese military who work with their Djiboutian Army brothers in various fields. This visit ended with the discovery of the newly created room specially designed for the sick of the heart. This room called coronography. The President visited the different sections of the military hospital. The hospital built from Sudanese A ceremony of elevation the rank of officer took place at the Hotel of Officers. This fourth and final rotation ceremony, pursuant to the decree relating to the 2017 and 2018 progress table, is awarded to deserving officers. This ceremony presided over by the Chief of General Staff of the Army Forces, Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Tahir Ali Mohammed, from advisor to the General, as well as Major General Hassan Ali Kamil, the Director General of the National Police, Colonel Abdullahi Abdi, and the senior officials. Immediately after his arrival, General Zakaria Sheikh proceeded to the review of the troops who paid him the honor and the official delegations. During his speech, the General greeted all participating together for the occasion to celebrate the ceremony with happiness. The presentation of strips to promote officers started with the reading of the verses of the Holy Quran. Then the commander Nidal Galab Muqbil, head of the chancellery of the fleet, proceeded to the reading of the decree relating to the table of advancement of the officer with the different ranks. The general, accompanied by the chief of the defense staff, then proceeded to handing the strips to the different interests. To the general speech, the ulama held the religion speech during the audience to demonstrate fraternity and mutual help among brothers in arms to promote national unity throughout the national territory and beyond our borders. General Zakaria congratulated all the officers, promote and expressed his satisfactions. In his speech, he said that this ceremony of delivery of strips is none other than the result of the efforts you have made and your performance in the tasks that you are interested in each area. General Zakaria stressed that these efforts must be pursued relentlessly to revive the challenge we face in preserving the supreme values of our country. Then the general congratulated and encouraged all the officers, promoted and expressed his satisfaction to take part in this great promotion of the ranks. A Turkish delegation led by Ambassador of Turkish in Djibouti, Mr. Altino, composed of the representatives of the TIGA, Mr. Mohamed Dogan, and 2 Turkish engineers, was received by the Minister of Health as part of the finalizations of construction project for the future pediatric hospital in Djibouti. During this meeting, the discussion focused on the various monitoring mechanisms that will be implemented between the Ministry of Health and the TIGA throughout the installations process of the site. From the executions of the work to the final reception of the future building, this meeting resulted in assigning sessions of the technical document between the Director of the Project Management Unit and the Health Department and the representative of the TIGA in Djibouti, Mr. Mohamed Dogan, to endorse the installations of construction site of the future pediatric hospital. A library was inaugurated by the minister delegated to decentralization, Hamad Mohamed Aramis, to Ardo in the region of Tajura. The library is name of a great personality of the region, Hajj Hamad Daoud, deceased in 2016. The man who in early 1980 for his community and mountain pastoralities cared throughout the Gouda mountains to have access to knowledge and health care. He managed to convince his people to go down the mountain pastorates and group in Ardo and obtain from the administration that a school be built for the children. The minister delegated to decentralization, Hamad Mohamed Aramis, paid a tribute to the deceased Hajj Hamad, who gave importance to education to advance and to succeeding in life. The minister recalled that Hajj Hamad, that he was a wise man and majored in his remarks, and he only recalled that he liked to repeat to us that it was better to act for one another than to act against each other. Finally, the minister thanked the association, the inhabitants of the locality, for the welcome he was given to him, as well as the young people of the generation of the first year of school of Ardo, who opened a library called Hamad Daoud Muhammad, named after their benefactor. And now let's move to the international scene. Floods and landslides killed dozens across Japan. For more, let's follow in this report.
Japan, dozens of people have died and many more are injured or missing as heavy rain continues to pour down across western and central area. The country's media report that more than 1.6 million people have been moved from their homes to safer areas away from the flooding and landslide. Almost 15,000 workers are responding to the emergency. Heavy rain will continue in the area from western to eastern Japan, and it will be historic torrential rainfall, which could be the heaviest rain ever recorded. Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga told a press conference. Hiroshima has been badly hit, turning city streets into rivers.
Secretary of State was ensconced in an elegant Pyongyang guest house for a second day of talks with North Korean leaders Kim Jong-un's right-hand man Kim Jong-chol.
The Secretary of State Mike Pompeo insisted Saturday that 2 days of talk with his North Korean counterpart on dismantling Pyongyang's nuclear arsenal had been very productive, but private reporters before flying on to Tokyo, he offered a few new details as he told how North Korea will honor its commitment to nuclearization in exchange for U.S. Secretary currency. Pompeo spoke after emerging from more than 8 hours of talk over 2 days with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, right-hand man Kim Jong-chol in Pyongyang diplomatic compound.
European Union said the U.S. and Chinese trade traffic is bad for world trade.
For the trade tariff came into effect on Friday, China accused the U.S. of triggering the largest scale trade war, but the European Union gave a more muted reaction. Trade Commissioner Cecilia Malmström tweeted that it's a worrying development and bad for world trade, and France's foreign minister backed away from labeling it a trade war.
We arrive at the end of our news. Thank you for watching us. Good night.